the Hustle and Giggle podcast.
Welcome to episode 19 of the Hustle and Giggle podcast. We're almost hitting the 20s. How exciting is that? You'll notice that Karma isn't with us today, and you may recall that in episode 18, Karma talked about how her lovely dog Deefa wasn't well. Unfortunately, Deefa passed away this week, so we're sending lots of love to Karma and her family during this very hard time for them.
Yeah, we just want to echo that in saying that we're thinking of her, and we're here and we can't wait to give her some hugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully on Monday.
Yeah, lovely. Today we're thrilled to have Sally Hindmarch with us. She's our last guest of 2025. Sally is the founder of Partners With You, helping people in business communicate more effectively and confidently using techniques from theatre and professional acting. How exciting. With a background in psychology, drama and management, this is going to be an exciting one, guys. Sally brings decades of experience in sales and client service, helping clients improve presentations, storytelling, leadership, networking, and much, much more. She's also a certified PRISM brain mapping practitioner. Sorry, I delayed that because I couldn't read that very well, everybody.
I'm glad you're doing it and not me.
One of many certified coach and the author of Step Out from the Shadows, How to Be Seen and Heard at Work. Outside of work, Sally's a theatre and musical fan, loves travel, and is navigating Operation Mother of the Bride again, as her daughter Amy is planning her wedding for August 2026. Outside of work, Sally's a theatre and musical fan, loves travel, and is navigating Operation Mother of the Bride again, as her daughter Amy is planning her wedding for August 2026. She already has plenty of experience from her other daughter Emily, who got married during COVID times. Sally's been married for an impressive 37 years to the lovely Rob.
Wow.
37 years.
I know. Yeah.
That's very impressive. Rob, you're a lucky man. Welcome, Sally.
Thank you very much.
Gosh.
What a lovely introduction. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, would you like to tell us anything else about you? Tell our audience, tell our listeners
Pretty
about
much
you.
covered it all.
I bet there's some other stuff you can tell us about.
So, yes, I have been married for 37 years. He is the lucky Rob. No, he is lovely, I have to say. He's very, very kind and good to me. So, yeah.
I'm sure you're kind and good to him too.
He was the primary carer. So I went back to work after we had our youngest and he stayed at home.
Oh, did he?
So he did all the mum stuff.
Amazing.
Picking them up from school, taking them to activities. So, yeah, he was... I had to train him a bit, remind him that I wanted to eat at the end of the day as well when I got back from the office.
He just doesn't go to bed when you come home.
You could make a game out of matching socks because, the laundry still needed to be done.
Darling.
But, yeah, he was amazing. So I went back to work. And then when I decided to set up the business 25 years ago, he didn't blanch. He just went, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And,
Here you are.
I'm not sure I would have been as forgiving if he had been the primary earner and gone, I decided I'm not going to bother with a salary. I'm going to do it on my own.
We love Rob. Has he got any brothers?
Yeah, he does. He has a twin, but he's up in Liverpool and also happily married.
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Brilliant.
But yes, you're 25 years old. Old.
Well, yes, I am.
The businesses.
Yes, the businesses.
Yes, we saw that this week. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Any good tips of how to stay 25 years in the business, especially in these hard times?
Resilience.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I often think of the cartoon of the guy with not a rucksack, it's called a hacksaw, a pickaxe. A pickaxe. And you see him walking away back out of the tunnel and there's like a tiny bit of rock and the other side of the rock is a big hole with gold in it. And the idea is that, he just gave up just before he hit the gold. And so, when things feel a bit tough, I think, okay, the gold
is there. Keep focusing on it.
Yeah, got to keep going.
How was the business evolved then? So what did you do when you first started? Was the business concept and strategy exactly the same and it's just grown? No. What
it was
did you
completely
start
different. So my background is in database marketing and I decided that I was going to set up my business with the strapline helping companies to stop annoying their customers.
Oh, brilliant.
That's that's what I did. I would go in and in those days you get paper coupons, and I would follow the coupon through the building and see what they'd done with the data and identify why people were calling in screaming because it had actually spent 2 weeks in the receptionist's tray because there wasn't a process for getting it from the front door to the data capture unit or whatever it was. So that's what I did for about 2 or 3 years. Worked with other IT companies that I'd known, so I used my connections, and I was working for a client who had a team of administrative account managers. They definitely had no sales background. They'd come up, they were doing their job because they were really good at admin. And it was just after the dot-com bubble had burst. So everybody had to sell in tech. And these guys were feisty, hardworking, fun people in the office, and they'd walk out of the office to go to a sales or a client meeting, and someone would vacuum out their personalities as they walked out the door. So, very grey versions of them. And my client wanted some help to make them better presenters, and I went, well, I don't know how to help them do that. They just need their personalities back. And my sister and her then husband met at Bristol Old Vic Drama School, and I had said to my client, don't worry, I'll find a course for you, because I didn't want her going to someone like me who'd go, yes, I can show you how to use PowerPoint, it'll be fine. So I was looking for a training course, couldn't find one, moaned to my sister, who said something along the lines of, well, if they squeezed their lemon and pulled their bolero, they'd look better. And I went, what? And it turns out that all of the techniques that actors learn to get on stage and in front of the camera are exactly the same as we need. We just don't call it stage. We call it Zoom calls or meetings. But you still need to be able to control your physicality, because that then helps you control your mind.
How interesting.
So we created a workshop for this client. It went well. I then went and did a project.
So you did it with your sister?
My sister and her then husband.
Right.
She then realised that she didn't like running group training.
I thought you were going to say she didn't like her husband.
So did I.
At some point that was determined as well, but that's for another day. So yes, but they helped create, well, they created the first workshop, and my job was really to go, I'm not doing that with people I work with. No, we don't do that, because actors are quite tactile in the way they behave, and lots of people in the tech world aren't. So I just basically, if it wasn't something that I would do with a sales director I didn't like or a tech director I did like, then I would veto the activity or the exercise. So we made them business-focused techniques that are easy to remember, and it grew from there.
That's fantastic. I didn't. Did you know that story? Because you've done some training with Sally.
I have done training with Sally, and I must admit, I'm still nervous, don't get me wrong, because we obviously didn't have enough time, because I was on it for a little while, but that was purely personal reasons that I had to leave. But for what I did learn, I'm so much better than getting up there and not being... I can't say I'm not nervous, because I'm always nervous. But we always said nervous was good.
You don't want somebody who isn't nervous.
Yeah.
Because then they're really dull.
So, and cocky.
Yeah.
And
not
we
very
don't
good.
like them. So, but it was great. The workshop itself was great. And I was even nervous in there when I first started. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to say. And these people just come across really, really good. And I was thinking, why can't I be like that? But in the end, I'm guessing, please tell me if I wasn't, but I felt I'd moved quite a long
you're doing
way.
This.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
This isn't what you'd have been doing out of choice. You wouldn't have gone, oh, yes, what I'd want to do is a podcast.
And the things that you learn with thinking what people are thinking about you, you sort of lose that momentum after you do the course and everything, because the first thing I used to do was think, oh my God, are they listening to me? Do they want to know what I'm saying? Are they interested? Or are they just like, oh God, am I wearing the right clothes? Now, I really don't care. I know we're behind a microphone here, but if I had to do this live as well, it doesn't matter. And I think that's what teaches you as well. I really don't, if they don't want to listen, they just turn off. But it is what other people are thinking of you puts a lot of people off stuff,
and
doesn't
a lot
it?
of what we do is about what's going on in your head.
Because
that is what impacts. And by changing the way you're standing, your posture will tell your brain that things are okay or they're not.
Yes.
So by changing your posture, you can help change your mind as well as doing other mindset techniques.
I'm moving now. I'm just going to change my posture.
And also, I even notice it with you every time I see you, is how slowly you talk as well. Some people are like, yes, absolutely, because some of us really do so quickly try and get something out. But one of the big things I learned as well is actually if you say it a bit more slowly, it tends to make a bit more sense. Well, and you're not just trying to get it out there.
Other people need time to take on board what you're saying. So the quicker you say it, the harder it is for someone to understand what you're saying. So slowing down makes it easier for them, but actually it makes it easier for you because you're not trying to keep up with your brain, and your mouth and your brain don't work at the same speed.
And mine certainly doesn't, and many a times, but we won't go there. There is times I just go off on a tangent. But you've also got your book, which
I do.
When we very first met, I read the book, and I actually read it again before I came back on your course, which is amazing. But yeah, tell us a little bit about your book and how that came.
I wrote it. Had I realised that COVID was coming, I probably would have waited a year, but I spent 2019 writing the book. I kept meeting people who would say things like, oh, my daughter really needs your help. And I'd go, okay, how can I do that? And they'd go, well, it's quite expensive having somebody coaching them. And they aren't my ideal clients, 16, 17-year-olds who don't want to be trained or coached. So I thought, right, I'm going to write a book that someone can give to their daughter or son with some top tips just to make life a little easier. So I wrote the book with a book coach I think I started in August 2019 with the goal of giving it to my nephews and nieces for Christmas.
Wow.
And we did.
Well done. That's
amazing.
But I knew what I wanted. I'd been thinking about it for about 3 years. So I knew what I wanted it to be about and what I wanted it to look like. I just needed someone to help me structure it and put it down and edit it.
Yeah.
So that's what they did. So,
And are there plans for another book?
No.
I've
I've got the one. It's doing its job. It's fine. I ummed and erred. The reason it took me 3 years was I was thinking, well, I could do one about presenting. I could do one about networking. I could do one about customer service. I could do one around understanding how other people communicate. And I thought, I don't want to do that.
No.
So I've written a book which has a chapter on all of those things and others. It's short. It's an easy read. My youngest doesn't read very often, and she has read this book, so I know it's an easy read and one that hopefully you can go back into
and keep picking it up.
It's got actions at the end of each chapter. So
Fantastic.
if you've got a problem online, you just read that chapter.
Brilliant. I'm going to shout it out again for everybody because we said it once. Step Out from the Shadows, How to Be Seen and Heard at Work from Amazon.
Get it from any good book retailer. You can get it from my website, stepoutfromtheshadows.co.uk. You can get it as an audio book. You can get it in Kindle. I don't think there's anywhere you can't get it. You can get it via the library system.
And it's not expensive. And it's very good because it is little. I'm not a book person. So, the last thing I'd want to do is sit down. Well, I just don't have time to sit down and read a whole book. But it's actually quite thin. And like you say, you can do it in sections.
My book coach says that if you all the research says that if your book is longer than 64 pages, nobody reads beyond about 64 pages. So if you've got a 240-page book, you've got 4 books. So just write the small book because then people will
really
read
interesting.
it. Yeah, so
it's really good.
That's why I wrote it short.
Well done. Fantastic.
And then we have something in common. So your daughter is getting married in 2026.
Yes.
Second daughter, sorry.
Yes.
Mine's is getting married in 2027. So I can't believe, I've said this before, but I cannot believe how far advanced you have to book things.
Yeah.
I mean, the photographers, the makeup artists. We were at a show this weekend at Horwood House. A fair. Wedding fair. And they were saying, some of the people there were saying that they've booked for 2028.
Doing what? What various?
Like the makeup artists are booking for that time. And you just think, wow.
Is that hype, or is it that genuinely they're that good that you have to book them 2 years in advance, or is it a mixture of both?
Do you know what? I really don't know. No. Because, we don't know them, do you know? But we've, I can't say what she's booked because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But I think Nicole's got a really good date. I mean, it's 17/07/27. So it's a popular day right in the middle. Yeah. It's a Saturday right in the middle of July. So you would think that had something to do with it. But, even April Aprils and Mays are already booking.
Wow.
This lady said, and I was like, oh my God. So I actually don't know why it's so far in advance. Because the first thing one person said to me is, how do you know you're still going to be together? I mean, some of these couples probably won't. And they want deposits. I mean, it's not cheap.
For that reason, probably.
Book them up in their diary. Oh, cross that one off. But it's all different people that are going. Even the venues, especially if you want something lovely like
you were
that.
looking for venues.
My
and
daughter's venue was booked up. I mean, they've known since 24. I think they booked it at the end of 24.
Yeah, so 3 years.
Yeah, so 26 they're getting married.
Oh, sorry.
So, 2 years before.
And when's she getting married? In August?
She's getting married the bank holiday Sunday in August.
Wow. And is it a nice venue? Where is it? Are you
I'm
allowed
going to
say?
see it on Saturday. I've not
are
seen
you?
it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, because she lives down in Chichester. So it's
lovely.
a barn, an old farm that they've done up so that they can do weddings there.
Oh, I did.
In the
Funny enough,
South Downs. So, yeah.
Funny enough, I went to an ex work colleague's wedding maybe 5 years ago, not in Chichester but in Sussex, in a barn.
Yeah.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, stunning.
I've seen the photos and it looks lovely.
Yeah.
But my sister is going to be her celebrant.
Oh, is she?
So
Oh, how
we're
lovely.
meeting them at the barns to
That's so
have a
nice.
look. Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
And how does you? Because obviously your other daughter then got married during COVID times.
Yeah, 10,
So,
10, 20, hence the reason. I understand the...
I mean, that must have been very different, I guess. Was that in the depth of COVID time? Sorry, I can't.
Well, it was
think about the
in the
date.
October of 2020. So we'd had lockdown. We then came out of lockdown, had feed for free or whatever the...
Oh, yeah, eat out for £10
Yes. So everyone then got COVID and then we were just going back into lockdowns. So by the October, we didn't know whether it would be 30, 15 or not allowed. So eventually they knocked it down a week or two before from 30 guests, including the bride and groom. So it's 30 full stop to 15. So we were down to 15.
Wow.
But they didn't say you couldn't have more than one reception. So we had a reception. There was just me and my husband at the wedding.
Brilliant. I love it.
It was just the four of them. And then we went and had a family reception where there were 15 of us. And then the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, we then moved on to an event with just them. So there was 15.
The same day?
Yeah. So we had a tea and then they had a dinner.
Double.
Yeah.
I love that.
But
That's great.
That's the way to get around it.
I mean, it was lovely. I mean, to be fair, my daughter's not someone who loves being the centre of attention. So I think for her, it was probably a much better
Perfect, yeah.
event because she was with people that she really loved.
Yeah.
And,
And actually, isn't that really what it should be about anyway?
yeah, which is why they wanted to carry on with the wedding.
Yeah.
They said, we're getting married because we want to be married,
Yeah.
not because of the party.
Yeah.
So we aren't putting it off. But at one point, we really thought that they would just get married and that would be it. There'd be nothing. So yeah, we were quite pleased with 15.
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
But it was lovely. It was super. Yeah.
Sounds really nice. I love that. So we've got a few questions here, haven't we? In fact, we've got two sets of questions, Sally. We've got
dear.
some questions, and then we've got some quick fire questions. So we'll ask you some of the first lots of questions.
Okay, you're not worrying me at all.
No pressure or anything at all.
No
So-
pressure, just whatever you think.
Okay.
So, if you could step into any role on stage or screen for a day, which would it be and why?
Wow.
You don't need to overthink.
The first one that comes to mind is in The Holiday, the one who's English and goes and lives in that American house next door to the... Have you seen The Holiday?
No, I actually haven't, so I'm terrible.
It's a fabulous Christmas movie. You definitely need to watch it. It's about this love-torn woman in the Sussex countryside who is puts her house up for rent, and an American film producer or voiceover artist does the same, and they swap houses.
Oh, right.
And it's a romantic. But the girl from England who lives in this tiny little cottage ends up in this huge Beverly Hills mansion.
And you want to be that
Well,
one.
you know, the swimming pool, the electric curtains, everything is... It just looked really fancy. I thought, that would be fun. That would be
Can we
spending
come
a
and
day.
stay for the
Oh, yeah,
weekend?
why not?
Fantastic.
But, yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying on that film, The Holiday, actually, I was watching GMTV this morning and they were saying about different films that people watch for Christmas, and they're all the typical ones.
Yeah.
And The Holiday
Yeah.
was actually on that
it's
list.
absolutely a
So
Christmas film.
might be something we've got to watch.
Highly recommend it. It's just
It was actually on
nonsense. It's lovely. It's a lovely film, not enormously difficult to follow.
Nice.
Romantic.
We'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
Good actors in it. I can never remember anyone's name, but I think it's Jude. Anyway.
Okay.
This,
Yeah, nice.
We won't hold you to that one.
Can we just hang on to that theme then? What's your favourite Christmas movie?
I I'm not really a movie person, if I'm honest with you, because I can't sit still for like an hour and a half. But probably I like the Santa Claus ones.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm sure when Nugget comes along,
oh gosh,
Nanny's going to be sitting with her on
You're gonna have
my
to
lap,
learn to sit.
and I'm going to have to learn all these rhymes and things that my menopause brain have totally forgotten. But I'm going to have to pick it back up, aren't I?
Yeah.
So ask me that question next year, and I would have watched God knows what's out at the moment. It changes all the time.
Brilliant.
What about you? Which ones do you like?
Always watch The Elf.
Oh, okay.
Elf, love that film, and Polar Express.
Oh, I haven't seen Polar Express.
We've watched Polar Express since Jack was so young that there's a I feel like I shouldn't say in case anybody is going to go and watch it this Christmas, but there's something that tells you something about Santa on there. Be careful what I say, don't I, about Santa?
Okay.
And he used to love that, and we watch it every year, every single year. It's brilliant. It's such a good film. It's a really good film. Yeah.
Right, well, I
Polar
better,
Express.
that sounds good. I might have to watch that.
Yeah.
So, there you go. What's the most unusual communication tip you've ever taught that works?
I suppose it would have to be squeezing your lemon.
I thought you were going to bring that back out again.
It comes from Bristol Old Vic Drama School. Apparently, any actor from about 1950 something up to the 80s was taught to squeeze their lemon. And basically, you have to imagine that you insert a lemon between your buttocks and squeeze.
Should we do it now?
We're doing it. That's why I'm standing up straight. I feel like I'm in school with
I'm squeezing mine.
Yes.
But if you squeeze your lemon, it will create a resonance that you don't get when you drop your lemon. It's very clever.
Now let it go.
I'm not sure I want to.
But what you're basically doing is you're pulling up your pelvic floor.
Yeah.
And it pushes your pelvis forward, so it puts you in a better posture. And if you suffer from shaky leg, it's almost impossible to have a shaky leg and squeeze your lemon. Just you can't.
No more
do it.
shaky legs.
Squeeze your lemon.
Yeah,
And then don't you have to do your? I'm sort of like
pulling your
gesturing, pulling your string.
Yes,
up.
one of the ways to if you want to look like you know what you're talking about, you want to have 3 images in your mind. The first one is that you've got 3 points on your feet, on your big toe, your little toe, and on your heel, and you stand on all 3 points on both feet, and that will stop you rocking, wandering around, doing some sort of naff 70s disco dance while you're speaking. The second image is a string running through your body from the floor all the way up through the top of your head, and someone taller than you pulls it, so it straightens your back and you are taller. And then the third image is you imagine you're wearing a little matador's jacket, a bolero jacket, and somebody comes from behind and just gently pulls it, so your shoulders go back slightly, not so you're standing to attention, but just opening up your lungs so you can breathe better, you get more air to your brain, you can think better, and you look more alert, more interested, and therefore more interesting. So those 3 images, if you get up to stand to talk with those in your mind, you will look more credible.
Well, that's good tips for our listeners, I think. I wonder how many people will be doing that whilst they're listening. Just picture it.
But it's little tricks like that can make the difference between how you appear to other people, how they react to you, and how you feel about yourself.
And the leg shaking one's really interesting, isn't it? That you know, if that just instantly stops that
it's
happening.
really
that's
hard. If you imagine that you're sort of pulling out your pelvic floor or squeezing a lemon, it's quite hard. You have to learn then to be able to walk at the same time. You can, but initially it's like, oh, well, I can't, my leg won't wobble because I'm squeezing my lemon.
Let's all squeeze our lemons.
Let's
say
move
no
on.
more.
So
that's a conversation stopper.
So Operation Mother of the Bride sounds intense, which we've obviously referred to because Leslie's one as well. What's the funniest or most chaotic moment so far, if there has been one?
I haven't really been involved.
Okay.
It's rather lovely. So she's down in Chichester. We've looked at the list of people they want to invite and gone, oh, could we add a few people? And that's pretty much been it. I've been told what I'm to wear. Operation Mother of the Bride is I don't want to look like the fat dumpy one at the end of the line.
Me neither.
So Operation Mother and Bride is about me being healthier, fitter, slimmer, so that I feel good. So that's the intention of it.
What I've found with these outfits as well is everyone that I keep seeing these videos thinking, oh, I really like that dress. They're like literally stick thin. I mean, really, come on, guys. You need to make these dresses for people with bumps and lumps. So, but
Well,
yeah.
I'm quite tempted to go and get my outfit made.
Oh,
I've
interesting.
asked, that I get donations this year and see, because it won't be cheap. But on the other hand,
that
to
sounds
have
good.
an outfit that
You're
I
going to
know
feel
fits
amazing.
me perfectly.
That sounds a good idea.
And I do know a lady over in Ruislip who is a ladies' tailor. So
I'm now
she's
moving.
been on my vision board for years.
I'm now moving my eyes over to Mrs. Carter here, who's now thinking, that
Yes,
sounds like a
that
great
does
idea.
I just
Sounds
think
like
it
a
would
good
be
idea.
just very special to have
Yeah.
an outfit you knew fitted you.
Yeah.
But I have to be the size I want to be in August.
Yeah.
By about March, I would imagine, to be able to
Carry it on.
Carry it on. So,
yeah.
Keep us
And stay
posted.
that
Yeah.
aside.
Well, I'll be
definitely
posting pictures.
We need photos of that, definitely.
We've been laughing about the different things we're doing as well. And obviously, one of the main things is Bentley, the doggy, is going to be a very big part of the wedding. But now we've got Nugget coming along. We can just picture Nugget sitting on Bentley's back. And there's actually an AI video of that. And Nicole went, Mum, seriously? That's an AI video of the little baby sitting on the doggy's back. So that was quite funny. So thought that I'd share that.
Yeah.
Sally, what's one musical or theatre moment that completely changed the way you think about storytelling or performance?
So many musicals I've seen. I can tell you, my sister was in musical theatre. That was her thing. So we spent our childhood every Sunday watching the Sunday movie, whatever it was. So, I've seen them all. I don't think there's one I haven't seen. And they all merge into one, to be fair. It's like Christmas movies on Channel 5. You start watching it and you think, I've seen this, but you haven't. It was the same story, but with different people.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that I'd know what the musical was. I mean, the musicals that have made the biggest difference to me are things like Bat Out of Hell.
Oh,
I loved that one. And Operation Mincemeat. Those are the two that I've seen recently that were really, I couldn't get them out of my mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was not what I would have put
No, it's
you
funny.
to.
I was just thinking the same, actually.
Yeah, no, my musical taste is quite eclectic.
Yeah, we can tell.
My favourite musician is someone called Ren. Look him up.
Ren.
Look up High Ren by Ren. R-E-N.
Okay.
Amazing. It's
And are we
spine-tingling.
thinking it's down the road of the Bat Out of Hell and things like that kind of music?
No, it's just a young man who is, his music is phenomenal.
Okay.
Just look up High Ren.
I've got a lot of things to look
By
at.
Ren.
Okay, we've got some quick fire questions, really quick ones. So, favourite musical or theatre show of all time?
Of all time, I can't think. Operation Mincemeat was the one that comes to mind that I really enjoyed.
Brilliant. We'll be looking that one up
One
too.
word to describe your communication style.
Relaxed.
That's a nice word.
Actually, yeah, that's
Yeah,
very good.
yeah.
That suits you, actually, as we know you. What's a superpower you would love to have for one day?
Ooh.
You don't have to keep
Quite
it clean
like
if you
an
don't want to.
invisibility cloak.
Oh, yeah.
I think being invisible for a day would be quite interesting.
Where's the first place you'd go? Yeah,
I don't know. I'd probably wander around places where there are people that I know and just, see
Watch
what they
them.
were doing. Yes.
and if you had access to anywhere as well, it wasn't just, wow, that would be good.
Yeah, I would, a little wander around the back rooms of Windsor Castle would be quite interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd quite enjoy that.
That's a good question
I'm
for
quite
you,
nosy.
Amanda. Not for me, but for you. What's the superpower you wish you had?
Not really sure. I've thought about that. I could quite easily pinch Sally's idea, actually. I think that would be amazing. But inquisitive, not to be nosy necessarily. Well, a bit of nosiness.
No, I am nosy. I'm willing to admit it.
but just to, I love, people watching. I love people watching.
Oh, we all do.
I love, just sometimes you just sit somewhere, don't you? And you watch people that go past,
Yeah.
and we always used to play this game when we were stuck in traffic jams on the motorway, and cars would come past us of what does that person person do for a job? What do you know?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
But exactly what we did to you, Sally.
Yeah.
We went, bat out of hell. We wouldn't have said that because perception, we have this image, don't we, of things. But so without thinking about it, I don't know the answer, but I'm definitely going to go out for the day with Sally in our coat.
Yes, that
Going
sounds
places
great
we're not
idea.
meant to be.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
that would be
definitely
fun
up for
too.
that.
Yeah.
Definitely up for that.
I think we all are.
Right, let's have a hustle and giggle plus Sally.
Big
day
coat.
out. Love that idea. Brilliant. So we have some standard questions, Sally, that we always ask or we always talk about, which we'd love you to join in.
Okay.
And the first one is recommendations. So we, what we like to do is we like to share or it can be more than one, recommendations to our listeners. Something we've used, somewhere we've been, anything really that we were really happy with.
Or not happy.
Yeah. And actually, just to kind of put this into context, I then share a post on Instagram and I tag all of them in. We had 4 from the last episode and every single one of them sent us a thank you response.
So
for
nice.
sharing them.
Lovely.
So it's really nice that we can do that because people look out, not necessarily look out for them, but we know that people are grateful for us sharing. So that's really good. So I don't mind going first on this one.
Go for it.
And this is a really strange one, but Specsavers in Sainsbury's in Aylesbury. So nothing to do with me. My son had to do an eye test for something, and the circumstances were that the way the form had been filled out, because it was for a particular thing that he had to do it for, it got rejected. And the reason it got rejected was because his eyes were perfect, so they didn't have to actually fill out the rest of the boxes. But unfortunately, the place where it ended up said the boxes haven't been completed. So I went back in there on his behalf because he was away, and they were amazing. They were absolutely brilliant. They gave me an appointment to go back in. They put not applicable in all the boxes. They re-signed it. They put an update as to why they'd left them blank. They were just so helpful. I'd never been in there because I kind of traditionally go and get my eyes tested in Boots. But it would almost then now motivate me to go back in there now and get my eyes tested when I need to, because they couldn't do enough actually
lovely.
for me.
Amazing.
So I don't know whether that's across the board when it comes to Specsavers, but certainly the one within the Sainsbury's store in Aylesbury, absolutely brilliant.
The one in High Wycombe's very
that's
good.
great.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
they're
They
lovely.
must have some good training then. It's really good. Really.
Yeah, I think in general they are.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not dissing Boots, but we go to the Specsavers in the High Street now, and the girls
okay.
that do your
Eyes?
tests and everything are just amazing.
Sorry, I could never say that.
They do my eyes. They'll be doing my ears soon. Trust me, my age. But
They
no,
do.
I think no, general they do eyes.
They do ear
ears.
waxing on a serious
yeah.
note. So they do ear waxing now, don't they?
My ears.
Brilliant.
But yes, that's great, and he was all sorted, which is great.
All fine.
Very, very helpful.
All fine, and it got exactly
Yeah.
what it needed to. We ended up sending it back to him, and it went through the process. So yeah, it's good.
Excellent.
What about you, Leslie?
I've got 2 actually. So I went away for the weekend. We went to a gorgeous lodge in the middle of a forest, and it was the Forest of Dean. But it was amazing. Do you know what? I've never gone away. Wherever we've gone away, we've always had entertainment and stuff. So you've got to dress up, go out on a Saturday night. This was total opposite. I did have a meltdown, I won't lie. So we got there on the Friday. It was lovely. We had a log cabin. So you remember me messaging you because I'm sorry, a log fire. Because I messaged you because you've got one and I would love one. If only I could put that in my house. It was beautiful.
You
it was
can have them fitted in modern houses now with a flue, though.
I'm not sure mine's as modern, but yeah. But it was beautiful, and we did nothing. The Wi-Fi wasn't
Nice.
very good, so I did a bit of studying, and but it was just nice. We played games, and it's very, very rare I get to do things like that. It was beautiful. We went on a bike ride.
I saw the bikes.
Yeah, but after that picture that you saw of the bike, I had a meltdown. I had a panic attack. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe it's the menopause. Maybe, I don't know. Does anyone else have panic attacks during this menopause palaver that we have to go through as a woman? I literally, we were going down and down and down, and the boys kept saying, you do realise as you're going down, you've got to come back up. And we were like, yeah, it's fine. There must be another road that's just easy to get up. No. We had to literally climb what I would have said was a mountain, and I just panicked. I literally went into meltdown. I cried. How
bless you.
mad is that?
No, it's not
I
mad.
literally was crying, and poor Morgan, love him, God knows how he done it, but he picked both bikes up and carried them up the hill. And then I couldn't even get on it after that. But then that was over, thank God. And it felt like, Kev was like, we need to get some bikes. No, we don't. I will never buy a bike in my life, and I don't want to ever sit on one again in my life.
Were they
It was
normal
awful.
or electric
Yeah,
bikes?
they were normal. Maybe
I have to
maybe they
say,
should have bought
If-
electric
if,
ones.
If Kev enjoyed it, electric bikes are amazing.
He did. He did. And I remember one going, but anyway, it was awful.
Oh.
So anyway, on Sunday, it was nice. We sat in a hot tub, had a glass of wine, back to my chicken wine. Didn't last long, did it? And it was lovely. So yeah, totally recommend that if you want to go away. And it wasn't as expensive as people think, actually, when you look on.
If you tell me the name of the company that you booked it through, then I'll tag them on the post.
I will do that. And then last but not least, my car broke. I mean, how on earth do I go from 3 cars? Because I'm very lucky, I run a finance company, but I went from 3 cars to 1 and it broke and I was lost without a car. So I literally, 9 o'clock at night on Sunday, ordered a car for Enterprise Rental in Aylesbury at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I got there. Guy called Amir and his team were absolutely amazing.
And it was ready for you?
It was ready.
That's amazing.
He actually offered me another car. So this is something maybe I need to look into, or maybe they need to change a bit of policy. I could have had a similar kind of big car, but I needed a credit card to have it. And I don't have a credit card because I'm finance mad and I don't want a credit card.
Because they have to take a deposit?
Yeah. But I would have
isn't it?
given them a deposit on the Visa anyway, do you know what I mean? But because I didn't have a credit card, I wasn't allowed. So maybe that's something they look into, or I look into getting a credit card, but I don't want one. And but anyway, I got this car, took it back. It was amazing. Perfect. So service was brilliant. So thank you very much. So yeah, we can tag them in if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We should do. Good stuff.
They were good.
What about you, Sally?
Well, with Christmas coming,
Is it? It's nearly here.
I have a friend called Caroline Walker who runs a company called Confident Teens, which works with teenage children, teenage girls. And she has this year been developing a range of books, journals, planners.
Ooh.
And she's also, because she could, has designed 2 children's activity books, a colouring book and an activity book.
Oh, wow.
For 3 to 5-year-olds. And they're just all lovely, really cleverly designed, funny to have. And I've just spent quite a lot of money buying planners, and there's some journals for teenage girls to think through, what's going on at school. And she's got a webpage called cwbooks.co.uk. And yeah, the parcel arrived yesterday. So they're just lovely. Yeah.
Oh, I'll write that down
Nice.
when I finish.
Yes, our nieces are coming over over Christmas, so that would be amazing
The
for
colouring
them.
books, one of them's got all different types of dogs, which is really sweet. And then there's an activity book as well. And then 2 different ways of using the journals. And then planners for adults as well. So yeah.
Love a planner.
Love a journal. I was with a client this morning before I met you, and we were having a similar discussion about journals and planners, yeah.
Do you remember that podcast we did? I can't remember what number it was, where we said what 3 things or 2 things we would have,
Desert
and we all
Island.
had the planner, didn't we?
We did. We did.
I still haven't got my planner out. Maybe Christmas, maybe for January. I'll
What
get
I
my
really
one.
liked about her planner was that it didn't start on a specific day.
That's
so,
good.
Because I'm not a big New Year's Eve resolution,
No.
because it's not the right time of year to be planning new things. Spring, much more so. So it means that I can start it when I want, not when the printer
That's good.
says.
Because otherwise you
you've
feel
got
like
to.
you're wasting pages,
exactly.
don't you?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
great.
So,
That's
yeah.
a great idea. Brilliant.
So what you got coming up, honey?
Well, what's going on? I'm busy at work-wise busy.
Sounds
Got
amazing.
Some new clients this week, which has been really good. So I'm really busy. And I know that December, because I like to have a little bit of time off, although I end up doing stuff, but I want to kind of front load stuff. So busy doing that.
Which is great. So why do you think people are coming to you now? Do you think it's a fresh start for January, or they want to get out there for January? Because quite a lot of us are quieting on December. But do you think people are future planning? Is that
One
what you're
client
finding?
definitely.
Yeah.
One client is definitely a future planner. She's creating something new and wants to launch it in January. The other one just realised that they needed some help with some things, whether that's something that they've just thought about or they've been just meaning to pick up the phone, I don't know. And the other one's some training. So I don't know really, to be honest. I don't know what specifics it is. I wonder whether, and we said this earlier, whether people have gone, I need to start investing a bit more in my brand, getting it out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's great. It's really good. It's really exciting. So and I had a really positive conversation with one of my, in fact, they're my biggest client yesterday about some good stuff that they're doing in the new year. So it's all good. It's been a positively busy week, which is good. We're heading off for the day on Saturday into London to do some bits, maybe do a bit of shopping, lunch and stuff. And then we've got some Christmas stuff, like everyone. We've got some Christmas meals. We've got a charity event next week with carols. We've got lots of different things going on. So it's busy, which is great, which is really nice. I like although Christmas, Mrs. Emotional here, Christmas carols make me cry.
Yeah.
Going to weddings make me cry, and Christmas, other things do as well. But Christmas carols really make me cry. They make you cry.
Yeah,
as
take
well.
me straight back to being about 6.
Oh, they make me cry.
Oh, that's cute.
I haven't really heard a lot, actually, of the traditional carols, but as soon as I hear them,
Away in the Manger just sets me off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
bizarre,
cute. I remember
isn't it?
singing that at school.
Yeah, so no singing Away in a Manger to me.
I can't sing full stop, and I can't even remember a rhyme, so I'm never going to be able to remember the words to Way in a Manger.
And then we've got, and just one more thing, we've got, so Sally, we like to, myself, Karma and Leslie like to do something every year where we have a bit of a kind of half day out, our Christmas party.
Lovely, yeah.
So we've got that planned for Monday, haven't we? Monday afternoon.
Yes.
Into the
lovely.
evening. So that would be nice.
Yeah.
We
That's
can give
just a bit of
Karma's
time for
big hugs.
some chill out
Yes.
time, have a nice dinner, and just, so that's really nice.
Perfect.
I look forward to that.
And I must add, you absolutely smashed the swimming.
Oh, yeah.
So this is our first podcast since you've been swimming.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. We are so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You even done more than that, but we won't go into that because you
I
did smash
more.
it.
Yeah.
And well done.
Oh,
I bet
thank
you're
you.
pleased as well.
I am pleased with it. I'm pleased with it. And in fact, I saw in the week that I did a charity swim challenge in November for cancer research. You
Yeah.
had to swim a certain amount of lengths. And I saw in the week that they'd announced they'd raised over $1 million. And today, apparently, is the final number. I didn't realise that the number they shared a couple of days ago wasn't. But so many people did it, which is lovely. And they've raised so much money. So, yeah,
That's
I really
amazing.
enjoyed it. And actually, it's really motivated. So I swam every day this week. It's motivated me to really keep on.
Amazing.
So yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that. That's lovely.
No problem. You deserve it. I need to get back to swimming. I need to get back to running. I need to get back to everything because I'm going to be rolling out of wherever I am at some point this year till the end of Christmas with the amount of food and alcohol I'll be consuming. What am I doing? Do you know what? I have got study. Dare I say it? I say all the time I really need to pass this exam because I failed the last one. And so yeah, we've got a new exam on the 18th, so we'll be back before then. But I'm doing lots of studying, but I'm going to enjoy a couple of days in London as well. Nicole and I are staying over next week. We're going to Winter Wonderland, which is our annual thing that we do together, and we just love it. We have so much fun, and but I love Christmas. My tree is going up today. I'm so gutted that it's taken all this time. So yes, Kev's, as we speak, putting our tree up.
And all the
Absolutely,
decorations?
I do nothing.
Does he?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, is that?
I don't know why I'm saying wow, but that surprised me. That
I will not put a bubble on that tree. He has. Well, he doesn't have to do it, but he just does it. It's just
he does
something.
does it well.
Oh my
To
God, it
your-
looks amazing.
Oh, I love that.
I did say to him that I wanted to go and buy another tree though, and he did go a bit mad. He was like, absolutely not, where are you putting it? And I'm like, just anywhere. I just want another tree. How many trees can I not have? I will have hundreds of trees if I could. I just love it. Imagine when Nugget comes, I'm going to be even worse, aren't I? But yeah, I've got singing things going on, so hopefully by the time I get home,
I love that.
he
Christmas
would
will
have
have
done
arrived.
it. Yes, because we were away at the weekend. It's not up. It's usually up by now. Is your tree up now?
Trees up, lights are on, but no decorations on
I
it.
haven't
We
even-
didn't have time to put the decorations on, so that'll have to be Sunday's treat.
I haven't. Sorry, we have to buy our tree, and we've just been a bit busy, and I don't think we'll get time this weekend. So I think it might be one night next week that we'll do it.
In fairness, we don't buy the tree. I am a bit fake there, but you know me and my plants, we don't do plants either. So we have everything fake. And but yes, no, we do cheat. It did have to come out of the loft last night.
That's the reason why we don't have a loft. You see,
Oh, there you go.
that's why we can't.
Good
can't-
excuse.
We don't have a loft in our
What
house.
about all the baubles in that though? You have them from last year?
Yeah. I have a big. I have boxes full of
okay.
decorations, but with just the tree. That's not
Right.
really the reason why. I was trying to make an excuse as to why I haven't got the tree out. But we generally don't have a loft. We sleep in the loft. So
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Of course you do. You sleep in a pigsty, remember?
Oh God, I need to explain that. My house used to be a pigsty. It's not that I live in a pigsty.
I live in a pigsty at the moment. It's so untidy.
It's not. I know it's not. Oh, brilliant. Love that. Is that you done?
I'm done.
What about you, Sally? What's coming up?
I'm going to see my daughter's
Oh,
wedding
there
venue
it
on
is.
Saturday. So
Lovely.
we're driving down towards Chichester
Nice.
on Saturday, and then on Sunday we will finish decorating the tree. And then it's more networking and meetings and general fun of December.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely. Brilliant. Thank you. Well, that's it. So thank you. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you.
so much much for joining us.
It's been great fun. Thank you.
I always think it's great when we have, because we all kind of know, maybe one of us knows the guest better than the other. So I know that you guys have worked together, and obviously Carmen knows you really well. But I always love it when you walk away from a podcast and you've learned stuff, because I've learned stuff about you today that I didn't know, and that's
my thing for meatloaf.
Yeah, exactly.
That about you.
I will never look at you the same again.
You've also learnt that we're going to be pulling ourselves up.
And the lemon.
Yes, squeeze it.
But thank you. Loved it. Thanks for the great conversation.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We've definitely learnt so much, and it's lovely having laughs, and that's what this podcast is all about, having laughs along the way. So thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Bucks Radio. Richard, thank you very much, sitting here next to me. We've got one more podcast this year.
Before the end of the year.
So we will be here again, but we hope you enjoyed this one as much as we enjoyed recording it. Gosh, words today. Until next time, stay curious and keep giggling, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
The Hustle and Giggle Podcast.